Hey everyone, I wanted to do a quick video about using relay boards with Raspberry Pi. And so you see I have a 4-channel relay board here that I'm only using the 2 relays for right now. They are tied to 110 voltage and controlled by the Raspberry Pi up above. And so what I'm doing is I'm controlling my my lamps here on my by my window, and so I'm going to be using an app. So just briefly, I'm usually using the normally open contacts, and so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remote into my Raspberry Pi using Raspberry Pi controller. So I'm remoting in through the Wi-Fi, and I'm going to go up to my GPIO controllers, and I dedicated pin 14 and 15 to control my lamps here. So these are normally open contacts. So as you see, let me get a good shot here. I'm going to turn on my one lamp by clicking GPIO 14 on. Alright, so you saw my light go on. And that's using 110 volts on the relay board. And you can see the LED going off and on the relay board. You see the 2 lights. And now I'm going to turn on the other lamp. This is in the other pin. So now I got both lamps powered by 110 volts on the relay board here. So that was my 210. So how this works is when you're using AC, and if for my younger audience, I recommend working with an adult to make sure that things are connected properly before turning the sun. So with AC, you have line and neutral, let me simplify that. DC, there's positive and negative, and then AC, which the lamps are AC, there is 2 states of on. There's a positive, negative, and there's also off as an off state. So you have off, and then AC is positive, negative. And so when you hear 60 hertz, 110 volts to 60 hertz is actually changing the polarity of the circuit 60 times a second. So that's just, flopping positive, negative 60 times a second. So like I said, I recommend working with an adult before wiring this up. And how this works is you're keeping the neutral wire together, which is also can be considered a negative, like the negative line, but you're breaking the contact of the line voltage, the positive coming in, and that's going through the relay. So you're breaking that contact for the positive, and you run it to the relay between the lamp and the outlet, and then the negative stays together, the neutral, I should say. All right, and also this is not my first time using relay boards with Raspberry Pi. I also have another Raspberry Pi that I'm going to use for my TV stand here. So let me go ahead and turn off my lamps here. Oops. And now I'm going to remote into my other Pi that I use for my front TV lights. And these are just 5 volts, so I'm not going to be using a relay board. So as you can see, I remoted into my other Raspberry Pi, and I have 3 lights. I have dedicated GPIO 14, 15, 18, which you can see here. There is my Pi. It's got the cover on it, so it's kind of hard to see if it's lit up. But let's go ahead and turn them on. It's going to be probably first my tree. See my tree coming on. Alright. And then I'm going to turn on my other 2 lights. There's one. and there's the other one. And these are 5 volts lamps that I tapped in, so they are considered DC. So they're the 5 volt control from the Raspberry Pi. And that's it, guys, for right now. Just wanted to do a quick video of what you can do with a Raspberry Pi. You can download the Raspberry Pi controller app. Doesn't require any programming. Just you got to find the IP address of your Raspberry Pis and also select your GPIO pins. So that's it for right now, guys. I'm going to turn off my lamps one more time. So I'm going to turn off my Christmas tree up there. Alright. And then I'm going to turn off my lamps. I'm going to turn off that lamp. And that's it, guys. So, yep. Well, have a good morning, and I'll do some more explainer videos later on. Just right now, I just wanted to get this one-day controller, one-day lamp situation. I also have another Raspberry Pi in my living room that also, not in my living room, my bedroom, that controls 2 similar lamps. Actually, they're identical. The 2 lamps are the same with the flicker bulbs inside. And it also controls my 3D printer. So I have a relay board tied in there that turns on and off the power of the my 3D printer. But also I use Octoprint, which gives me all the controls and camera feed and also the temperature gauges on my either on my Octoprint app on my phone, or I can also remote in and view all the controls and all the step and jog movements of the 3D printer, and also the temperature of the extruder and the increment of the extrusion head. Alright, guys, so that's it for right now. Alright, bye.